Hello, how are you doing today? Mel and Tony from the tree.
And we are live.
Happy
Happy July. Happy Independence Month. Today is actually American Independence. And we will be having our independence in just another. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
On Saturday.
Independence morning.
Independence Bahamas.
It's like a baby born in. Independence morning. It's like a baby born in
This is year 48, eh?
1973. No, that's the ground.
Our 48th year of independence.
48 year independence. Jesus
Mhm.
Lord. That means I get old. And what about you? Da, 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 da,
I'm staying
da, da.
forever young.
I feel good today.
Forever 21.
What we gonna do today? What we talking about?
We're talking about the female's worth to a man. Is she pussy, pleasure, or a treasure?
What you say again? What you say? Pussy? Lord. Oh,
yeah,
man.
you know that word. It is, to me. It's become so repulsive because everything now, you know, if guys are assaulting each other,
Every guy.
oh,
Every guy. Guys
you're a
is-
pussy.
what
You're a
guys-
pussy. Stop being a pussy. Stop being. And I'm like, these guys have any idea how disrespectful they are being to their mothers, their sisters, their wives, their daughters?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just saying one word. That
because
define you. One word.
you see,
Go on. This is your show. Go ahead. I just listen to you.
it
Go ahead.
it is how
your show today.
it's how they use the word. When you put it in a particular context, yes, that one word is very, when used in that context, is very disrespectful. But of course, we're looking at what is the worth of a woman to a man, because again, you know, that
But you're
word
right,
flies
This is
around.
the only show I can study for, you know, because this show like a fluid, you can like tell you, because this is my heart. I can speak today with you all white,
Okay.
because you all ain't white nothing.
Well, it's what they say, like beauty, it's in the eye of the beholder. And so, like the male, only the man that's with the woman knows her worth. And not every woman has the same worth. But in speaking from the general perspective of how women are regarded, how they are treated, how they are valued, is what we are looking at today.
Yeah. So, what make you think that we don't value women?
Because I think that the way men dart in and out of women's lives is like driving on the freeway.
Driving on the freeway.
On the freeway, you're here, and the next minute you're there, and the next minute you're there. You know, you're through the corner, next minute you're in the alley, next minute you're
You
on
wanna
the
know
lane.
why that happened?
No, we're talking about what it is first, and then we could look at why.
What it is, why they
Yeah,
die.
why men, yeah,
Hey,
treat women like a piece of pussy,
Men
first
don't-
and foremost,
men-
or their toy, which is basically what the pleasure aspect of our topic is all
Yeah.
about.
But what you give me, I give you back, right?
Is it so?
Majority of the times. You sold me a picture that you all this. So when you send me that picture, I accept that
But
picture.
guess what?
We'll get one.
Some
Guess what?
women that are later discovered to be treasure are the ones that you guys pass by because she doesn't fit a particular profile. You know, she in the 20, I'd go 36, 24, 38,
Right.
the hourglass,
Well,
and she doesn't have a certain complexion.
Well, you going there
and
early?
she doesn't have that much.
You going there early?
Yeah.
Listen, you sure? You gonna go there early? Okay, let's go there early. Let's go there. What is it, 24, 26?
34,
Mm-hmm.
24, 38.
Okay. Let me ask you
Or
a question.
36,
All right,
24,
then. So why
38.
I meet you like that, you should stay like that.
After you done bake me up and I done had 3 children
That's
for
your
you,
problem.
and you stress me out
That's
to the
your
max.
you ain't stress me out. See, if I could stay whatever, and you could.
Yeah, because you are the stressor and I am the relaxer.
Hold on, I meet you.
You
young and-
stress me out, I take good care of you,
Yeah,
so
but-
you always looking good.
But hold on, sexy. I meet you sexy. Why you now?
Because you changed the profile by stressing me out.
What
So when you met me, I was stress free, like you
I
say.
hope the men's in listen to this show. 'Cause
Well-
something wrong with y'all, you know. Something wrong with your woman. What you mean? Restress you. Let me tell you, we met you sexy. You have to continue that sexy. I meet you doing your nails, doing your hair, looking good, bathing every day, getting your nails done every week, getting your hair fixed every 2 weeks or whatever it is. I meet you like that. So why you won't give me 50? Why you won't give me 50% of that? So I go and dip out, look for the young gal who
So
give me
doing the same thing, because
Yeah,
you was
but-
attracted to
Yeah, 'cause I might
my
be-
appearance.
Yeah, because I might be a fella who like everything in order.
Okay.
All right. So
But then on top of that, right?
I'm as dig deep for the rest.
Within our culture, oh, you're a woman, so you're supposed to do the cooking, the cleaning, the washing,
No.
grocery shopping.
No. You choose to do that. You fool me and tell me this is what you're gonna do for me or this is what you're gonna do. This is your problem. See, so now don't give me your problem and make it somebody. No, that's your problem. See, because let me tell you, it's like this. You give me sex 6 days a week.
Oh,
When you
boy.
met me, now all of a
Oh.
sudden, you only give me sex once a week. So I go look for the next.
That's Tony's favorite text. Okay?
Yeah, I go look for the next.
The
Next.
what's it called again? The gospel according to Tony. It's all about
All,
the sex.
all men. You asked, put the survey out the other day.
So it's the gospel according to man as a spouse.
A
by
gospel
Tony.
according to Tony. Gospel according to Tony, but I can tell you, majority of men will walk on the clothes, don't care if the dishes wash, don't care if the children eat. They don't care all of that. They don't care if the bed changed. You give them their sex on time and they're happy. They go, because when
I
they,
almost say they don't care if your panties change.
no, they like to taint it sometimes. So, so they go. Oh Lord, this is a day. But and they go. Listen, and when you talk about dip in and out, dip in and out, men are like a program. You think women like program? Man like program. Men simple. Men could come home.
And only 2 items on the program,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sex and food.
Yeah, he come and eat, and he go sleep and wake up tomorrow, and sex and food. He go sleep. See, you ever notice most men today?
But in order for you to get the food, the dishes got to get washed. The food have to get cooked.
I marry my mother. My mother.
Most men do that.
Yeah, no,
They marry their mother who they could have sex with.
right. So my mother takes care of me from home, from work. So I ain't gonna worry. You continue my mother. So if
So the woman is the pussy and the pleasure, and you're the treasure.
yes, well, all them yes. Woman thought there's president treasure in the Bahamas. Woman thought there's the sweet. Listen, now you can care a woman Kentucky, and you straight. You get one biking, you straight. One time ago, Bahamian woman, you could not take them no place else but a restaurant and Paris Island, and now
Well, that's in the 70s
Yeah.
and 80s, because in the 40s and the 50s, the man used to bring, according to some folks that I heard talk, they used to bring chicken in the bag and strawberry soda.
yeah, strawberry soda, that's correct. But here's the problem. This real talk. Back in the day, let's say, 20 years ago? A little longer, 25 years ago.
20 years,
25 years ago. You could not break a certain class of women. If you work with your hands, you couldn't break that class. You either have to... See, Let me tell you.
So you're saying white collar with white collar, blue collar with blue collar.
Right. You couldn't break that class because now let me give you something, and don't forget this. This real talk.
Mm-hmm.
You walk into a bank with a coat suit.
Mm-hmm. And all the girls' eyes turn towards you.
Everybody in the bank want to know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you used to wear a coat suit back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But who that is? Who wearing a coat suit?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, all the people looking out the window, all the girls, all the yellow guys looking out to see who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and what had happened, you could, once you wear a suit, you were straight.
Mm.
You appear to have money, appear to have class.
Top
You
of the
were-
line,
yeah,
top
you,
choice.
You in that bracket.
Oh, okay.
So, if you work with your hands,
Mm-hmm.
talented, gifted, and make money,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't see that. Now, that certain class now tapping into that. The woman class now start tapping into it. They realize
Tapping
that
into what, the blue collar?
the blue collar. They realize now the man with the hands,
Mm-hmm. But the soft hands?
the man with the hard
Hard
hands
hands, okay.
got all the money. They realize that that's
Oh.
it. So now they always want to where the party at. So you walk in, where the party at, Mr. Williams? I said, what party? Mr. Williams, you slow. And you know what I mean? So you slow?
Mm.
The party is party for two. Where the party at?
Oh.
See, you thinking,
I slow too.
yeah, old school. So you thinking they mean this
Mm-hmm.
big
That
party.
there is a party somewhere and
No.
you're trying to figure out what party.
What place you can be?
Mm.
Where the party?
Where we can hook up.
Yeah, with the party.
Or where you can take me.
And then you say, you full fool, because you're slow, you say, oh, I ain't know about no party. And they go like, you ain't know about the party? Say, well, where you having a drink?
Oh, okay.
But then you
So
say,
they
I
break
go,
it down for you.
yeah, I going by so-and-so.
Mm.
This Friday, you going by so-and-so. Me and the girls, gonna pass by. Da-da-da-da-da. You so fool. You now buying all the drinks because now you fool because you looking for, pussy, that's what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So, is
Awesome pleasure.
No, it can be pleasure after you get pussy.
Oh,
So,
okay.
the pussy,
But sometimes they do the pleasure in order to get the.
yeah, but the pussy is to cling
Mm-hmm.
to get the pleasure. So, that's why some men say, it's only pussy.
Okay.
You know, it's only
It's
pussy.
no attachment.
No. So once me and you realize it, the man now realize it, it ain't that they slack. See, the old Bohemian woman say, these children slack. Nah, slack.
What is it?
They know exactly what they're doing. They have a plan. They give you the pussy, and they know their pleasure coming.
Oh,
Because they're meet men who have means. So, boy, saying this on this thing. Anyway, so if it good,
this under the tree.
yeah, this
This
under the
where
tree.
you
I
tell
thought
it
this over the roof.
The real
I thought
talk.
this over the roof. I forget.
Under the tree.
Man, the boys be over the roof.
Under the tree.
Right, okay, this is
Straight
under-
up.
So, and then what happens is now that if it's good,
Mm-hmm.
fella want more.
Okay.
He want seconds.
Okay.
And many seconds, he will then do whatever you have to have seconds.
Okay.
And if
So then the pleasure kicks in.
yeah,
So first it's just all about the pussy.
all about the pussy.
Then because it was good, they now take it to the level up a level to the pleasure.
Yeah, and somebody's pussy ain't no good now.
Okay.
So because there's no pleasure coming. Hold on. Because in my day, I used to be a big juicer. See, I can let you know. I ain't scared to tell you. I wasn't scared. You could be 6 foot, 4 foot. I cut you down. Wow. Hey, so now, going back to this pleasure and this treasure.
Mm-hmm.
The treasure comes when a woman have stickability. Her treasure's coming. Because if she could show me somewhere along the line, no matter all of this, and all of that pussy pleasure, all this, she could weigh it out. See, because most times, most women who wear out the pleasure usually be the one who know you got on somebody else, who know you ain't settled down. So she know her treasures coming if she faded out, because she realized at a certain age you can quiet down. At a certain age you can stop your nonsense, and so she got patience to get her treasures. And the treasures, most women, we talk about women, the woman treasure. Most women become treasures is because from the old school, they become treasures because they have some principles. They show, even though they open in their leg, they have principle. They can let you know, I doing this because I love you.
Okay.
And I want to make it with you. I want to make it with you. So they letting you know.
So she makes some short-term sacrifices.
Yeah, for a treasure.
In hopes that she would get some big returns.
But majority of young women today are pussies. There ain't no treasures. There ain't no this under the tree, baby. Tell like that. There ain't no treasures. What they all into, they so fool. All they wanna do is give up their stuff, they pussy, for a couple $, and then they think they tricky. They think that they the treasure. They think that because you got a little bit of, a little bump on your chest and you got a little bit of shape. You believe that you the only one got shape?
You know, I as I journeyed through life, right? I was probably in my early to mid 20s, and I had a cousin who was just a little older than me, and she was already married, having her kids, and she was home all day. Her husband was working, right? And he came home and he was hungry, and he started to kick up a fuss. It was like, ain't nothing there for me to eat, yada 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 yada. And what you think I have you here for? Just for pussy? I could get that out there anywhere. So it's like, wait a second. A woman can't seem to ever get it right, because okay, she's there ready to rock and roll in the bed, but y'all, when the women go out there and cook, y'all want them in the bed. When they're in the bed, y'all want them in the kitchen. Y'all can't make up your mind where y'all want the woman.
No. Oh, hold on. Pull it back. A good woman, a treasure, knows her worth and knows how to work and knows how to balance. A treasure is in a box, and a treasure have so many golds in it, and in that box,
so many pieces of gold.
And in that box, when you open it, most time a treasure got them in order. Because if they shake up, it be all over the place. The treasure got, when you open that box, they got them all the gold line off in a row, and they got them in order. So a treasure got them in order.
Okay.
And the treasure have the house in order, got everything. She knows how to go about her man. And she was trained well. So there's no hidden treasure.
She was trained well, or she learned well.
Learned well.
Yeah.
But what a good treasure does, I go back on what you say, on the conversation. Good treasures, what they do, they learn their man. Very well.
I see that as a vital thing for both the man and the woman to learn their partner. Forget what else is out there, but get to know what's in your face, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, what makes them smile, what makes them cry.
Yeah. So if I see, man, don't listen. Woman is underestimate man. Woman believe man all this and all you give him sex and that's a woman belief, right? But don't understand men. A man don't ever want to marry a pussy. He wants to marry a treasure.
He don't even want to marry his pleasure piece either.
No, he want
Somebody that he wears proudly
he
in the
wanna,
public.
See, in a man's world,
Mm-hmm.
he plays with pussy.
Mm-hmm.
He love treasure,
Mm-hmm.
but he's in love. He in love with treasure,
Mm-hmm.
but the pussy is just he
A
plays
play.
with. And then woman, when you call a woman a pussy, you gotta find what. That's why I tried to earlier. What is a pussy?
Mm-hmm.
A pussy is a woman who only value herself, nobody else. It's what she wants, her agenda and what she wants, and she gets what her want.
So, and that's it. Bottom line.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all about her.
It's all about her. So she will.
And a man is
Mess
able
with you.
to identify
Yeah,
that.
the dude see that coming, but some men don't care. That's what they want too.
Because they only want
Yeah, they only want it.
the good time.
Yeah, they don't want.
And they move on
Yeah.
to their treasure
Yeah.
or their pleasure.
Yeah, Bahamian woman believe in their heart they sell themselves short.
They believe that they do sell
Yeah,
themselves short.
they say, "Oh, I sell myself." You ain't sell yourself short. Because if you sell yourself short, you know exactly what you're doing. You know, I am a married man. You know, you ain't selling yourself short. This is what you want. You just lying.
Well,
You selling yourself short.
actually,
You believe that you could take me
exactly,
away. Yeah,
exactly.
you're a fool. You believe
Exactly.
all
But-
these years I love you.
Mm-hmm.
All these years I've been with you. Would make you think you could just throw some pussy on me and I can leave my good wife for you.
Some men have done it. That's why.
No. Men have leave because their wife wasn't good.
Oh.
Their wife talk a good game with them, but they wasn't good. Because if you were good,
A man will never leave.
let me set this up for you. Let me tell you why. Man, I holy smoke. Let me say this. Do you know most women and men who married today, I'd say about 70-80% of them, that is not a marriage.
No, it's just an arrangement.
Yeah, they don't match. Let me tell you. Let me give you an example of what I meant. Let's say I was a guy love kinky sex. Kinky I won't. But you come, you get pregnant when I marry you, or you cling to me, and you go, you cling to me, and I marry you. At a point, I ain't want kinky sex,
And you
and you can't cut it. You just sit there talking about, I just go, oh come honey, don't tell me this way, don't tell me that way. And guess what happened? After a while, you could do that for 10, 12 years, 20, probably 15 years, 20 years.
because a cum is a cum.
Yeah. And after a while,
That hunger,
oh yeah,
that beast in you still.
even when I used to talk about me married, even if I on top of you, I might be enjoying myself, but my mind and my soul is thinking, I still want more. Because this is too boring. There, I can just do this because this make you happy.
Make yourself happy.
Yeah,
Process.
yeah. And then I lie in the bed thinking in the roof like, oh Jesus, what this is I into? But I've been married 20 years. And the reason I put up with 20 years because I love you.
Yeah.
But
So that's your pleasure.
yeah, but you ain't really meeting my needs because
So I'm
you know how much men have this problem. You know how much men complains about this problem. This is why the reasons a lot of wars happens. So the first thing, what men do? What men do? Men hide. See, a woman will lie in the bed and she'll tell you, oh, that's straight. Oh, she's straight up. Men can hide. He can never tell you. He can say everything okay. say, oh, this good. That time he thinking, that's all he thinking, oh, in the air. Because the pleasure, his pleasure is not met. But he will stay with this because it's like a dog in a bone. He ain't want nobody else get it. Yeah.
Okay.
He ain't want nobody else
All
get
right. Or the dog in the manger.
it. Whatever.
The dog in the manger.
I got hold on to
Or
this.
the dog that looking, have the bone in his mouth and looking at the one in the pond.
You might have.
Let it go, not knowing that.
That's the one.
That's the same one born.
Yeah. And so I wouldn't let it go because I don't want nobody else have it. But see, here's the key. Here's the key now. I will go out seeking for this. Yeah, pussy.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
Cause then too, the pussy could probably give you what you can't get at home.
And that is where most men end up with the pussy. That's what causes the problem.
Right.
Because
and then when it's good and you keep going back, you get careless, you get caught.
Right.
It's bad, sweetheart.
Get
Right?
girl get pregnant.
You get catch.
Then you're screwed now. Then you got your marriage all over the place now because you know in your heart, I love my wife.
Right.
Boy, that pussy I can't give up.
Right.
Because that's where my action is. That's where my excitement. That's where I happy the most. But and then the woman, the wife, gonna say to you, "We'll go there." Because the wife cut from one cloth.
Yeah.
She cut from this old school. Not when I mean old school, I mean you. She cut from this old school. I gotta say it like that. I gotta say it like, yeah, because I don't I'm trying to bring you down or embarrass you.
No, I mean you're using old school in a different context.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
you made me. Yeah.
Okay, good. So what I'm saying is that most cases you might be my treasure because most times we marry, we hoping or praying because it's so much cover up in the beginning. You are my treasure at the beginning, but it's just like the jewel treasure. When you open it, when all them gold all over the place, disaster. But most Bahamian women live and still trying to live in the 60s and we in the 21st century.
But why do you think that is? Now we
Because-
could get to why you think it is.
Yeah.
What is causing it?
It's
What's
simple.
causing it?
It is simple. Like the Bahamas is based on Christian principle value. Now, and so we based our life,
Beliefs,
our
life,
on
our
Christian
practices,
values,
everything on boy.
principle, and so that would screw up a lot of us. We was taught that you cannot wear your chest out and your bongi this and the pants and
But how the woman dresses, you heard the phrase, a lady in the street, but what are in the sheets?
But let me ask you a question.
And
all the folks out there gonna listen to this, and this can teach you old school good one. What my clothes I have on has to do with me individually. Let me explain. I want you to answer it. What your hair color you got on has to do with your personality or your
it speaks to it.
It speaks
to it.
So what?
So it tells.
So what the clothes you have on?
Also speaks to. But
that is being.
But remember, let's backtrack to our diva conversation. Right? You have the diva who is different from the Christian.
Yeah.
The diva is a godly woman. The diva conducts herself in
Christian diva.
a very dignified, respectful manner. But when she get home, she know what her husband needs.
Exactly. So what her dress has to do with her personality and what she stands for has nothing to do with it. Society
Mm-hmm.
makes this big deal that girl, you don't wear pants in church.
Or the church
Or,
make it.
or Christianity
Mm-hmm.
background has a lot to do of a lot of marriages breaking
Not
up.
only that, I will tell you what I also find is as we go through the phases of life, right? What happens? We keep dragging all the baggages behind us, no matter what new information we come across. And I've seen it, and to me, it has been severely disappointing that you've been brought up a certain way, and you find out that the way that you were brought up is not really the ideal way, but still you continue in that way in bringing up your children and your grandchildren and your great grandchildren, when in essence the way that you were taught, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong with the new way either.
Nothing.
But you will continue to hold on to it. And so therefore now, take that, right? And again, I'm reluctant to say it, but I will say it, is that we have a problem balancing our religiosity, our Christianity, our religious teachings with our everyday life. Who we are should be who we are, whether we're in church, whether we're on the job, whether we're in the park,
Amen.
whether we're on vacation, okay? Because for some reason, religion makes sex like it's something dirty, when more pastors should be preaching the sermon, marriage is honorable and the bed is undefiled, right? So whatever a husband and wife does, okay, it's undefiled.
Right.
It's, you are in the bounds of your marriage, but our real true problem is, oh, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Squirmish.
So
We don't do that. Christians don't live that way.
right. So now.
So the world now is getting the best of everything, and the Christian is there. Leg cross, rollers in hair,
Amen. Amen.
rollers in hair.
I can't believe this coming from old school. Man, I can't believe. Amen. Boy, it's rubbing off. Go on.
Rubbing off.
Yeah.
I just simply believe that we are supposed to express ourselves. We're supposed to create an environment where if you and I are together, I'm in tune with what makes you happy, you're in tune with what makes me happy, and together we are flourishing, we are growing, we are prospering. So therein you have your treasure.
So, I'm glad you said it eloquently, and I didn't say it. You said it. So, what you wear has nothing to do with your personality. Okay, now we established that. So you have these marriages who marry because say they're Christian. There's
And the teaching is it's better to marry than to burn. So you marry the first thing coming. I piggyback on a program of a couple weeks ago where you say that we make the mistake of just pulling in the first thing that passed the door. Come here.
because
I need a husband. Come here. I need a wife. Come here.
I had a situation. I went in to do some work. I didn't call in this person's house. And this was a bishop. And if my mother was living, I wouldn't allow my mother to be under that certain foolishness. I call it foolishness. I went in the bishop house. We have to be careful of Christianity or religion. Let me show you what happened. And he was sitting in the chair. And he asked me all these questions, like when I come to the door, he says, oh, you Mr. Williams, and what you come to do this and that, and he says, And he is, right? He says, yes. It's like, though he's the bishop of the church, he's God Almighty. He wants me now to bend and form into his time and how he wants it done. And the poor woman, I swear no lie, the poor woman was like almost in a trance.
Like invisible, not that.
No, she go on and she bring the food.
Zombified.
Yeah, she bring the food.
Mm-hmm.
She feed him, and he sit there and he rocking like this, and then he's, oh, bring me my Bible over here, and bring me this over here, and I will have some water with it, and, you know.
Sound like
and it was,
what's his name? Go for this and go
yeah,
for that.
Yeah, but it was so shocking.
You were surprised that she was basically his servant.
And she said to me earlier that, no, I have to call the bishop. It wasn't her husband. I have to call the bishop if you
Which
will come
is
in.
her husband.
Yeah, but listen now. She can't call him by his name, but I have to call the bishop. And the bishop will then let me know if you can.
Lord have mercy.
Listen to me, behaving people. This thing is getting a little crazy. And these little, I mind, these under the tree, these little off churches, be careful. These little off churches where they small and all these funny things that they don't do certain things. These are lazy pastors. This is what it is, bishops. They are let me tell you what they do. They are very lazy. So they look to fool a couple people so people can put all their money in the collection and they don't have to work. This is a game now. And so you have to be careful. And I brought this up to say this. It almost seems like she was his things, not his wife.
What, you think she was a pussy?
Yes. Because you couldn't be the treasure, because the
Maybe
way
his pleasure in a servant.
yeah, but the way he was acting towards this woman is that you my peace, and you want to be my wife. You back into my call, and I must be treated like this. So in other words. But I know more than one case like this, you know. I know another thing. I know another man, I wish I could call his name. But anyway, I know another situation, I just remember some. When the man used these words, submissive.
In the church?
Yeah, that's getting a little crazy. That is getting a little crazy. And so majority of y'all who talking about, that's my bishop. I talking about the wives. They always call their husband bishop. Them ones who they call their husband bishop, you's a fool. Let me tell you why.
But you know what they tell you, right?
And you,
what did Sarah call Abraham?
I forget the Bible.
Lord? Or
Master. Master, I got it now. I just see, master. See, yeah. You become, oh Lord, help me Jesus. You become the pussy. You ain't nothing, you ain't shit. Sorry, excuse my expression. Because if you can get treated like that, you don't sell your soul to the devil.
But a lot of women in and out of the church for the sake, because again now we've been conditioned.
But that's why I talk about Christian
the role
nation
of the
God.
woman.
Right. That is where the Christian nation part is fooling a lot of us. Not a lot. Be finished, but I mean, a lot of people are being fooled because the Christian nation don't act in that way. But Christian people treat you equal. When you marry me, you become my treasure. You don't become my piece of tool, my piece of pussy, my
or your
pleasure. You become my treasure.
Right.
So my treasure is so, watch this word, watch where I go in. My treasure is so beautiful, put together in this treasure box. When I take my cloth and I polish it because it's so, and I put them back, they're precious, and they don't drop. And they are I keep them shiny, clean, and covered.
Mm.
So, listen to the word covered, eh? Come right there.
Mhm.
Covered. Covering, covered. All right. And so, if you are my treasure, then my job is to love and protect you and cover you. Not to control you,
Abuse
you,
use, manipulate.
and what shocked me with this incident is how the manner of it, word, like how you spoke. Go and get my thing, and don't forget. Bring me the. I'll have some more of that. Like
No please and
no,
thank
no,
you
because
or gentleness.
none of that.
Oh.
So
Wow.
you mostly woman out there who think y'all go put some wigs on your head, put some nails on. All y'all basically is a piece of pussy that you think these men treasure. The minute you can do the service and it ain't working like it used to, let me explain that then. When your chest get fat and your bungie go sideways,
Saggy.
yeah, this dude gonna look for another treasure.
Another piece of pleasure.
That's because no, you think it's treasure. I get it. That I get. You think yourself is and no, just look at y'all. Just look at y'all. All y'all got to hear all that looking flipping your hair like child and my husband and all that food. And guess what? There's two. That's why these dudes be all about, because women underestimate man. And then women have so much excuse. The treasures started to have so much excuse. Oh, I just be tired after I did. Oh, I did. Behemoths are just lazy. Let me give you a story.
Did you just say that?
Behemoths just lazy. You got
Did you just say that?
Bahamian woman just lazy. Let me give you a story. You got these Philippine women. Well, wash, cook, clean, and don't complain.
Wash, cook, clean, and don't complain.
You got the Haitian woman, wash, cook, clean, and don't complain. Bahamian woman becoming so ungrateful and lazy. Lazy. Check most of their house. You can walk on some of the clothes. Check most of their house. They got made. Check most of their house. See, I ain't have a target. Most of you guys or your women live it. You see it. Y'all ride your daughters every day. Every day. Because she do it here with you. What you think you go abroad? And I won't get distracted. I'm just letting you know. This is why Bahamian men figure treasures are complete packages. Not because you cook for me. You have to be a whole package. Stop being lazy, Bahamian woman. Stop believe that man only want to see you look good and man only this and man only that. Get it together. Listen, I ain't even talking about the men today because we ain't talking about the men because the man ain't never been no treasure. So I ain't talking about the men. Bahamian women always had it together, the old ones.
Yeah.
My mother had 6 children and take care of her husband. And he ain't complain.
Well, I grew up with my grandparents, and back in the day, the produce market was on Bay Street, and they did farming. My grandfather was a pastor, but they did everything side by side.
Yeah.
Got up in the morning, went to the field together, came back home, had their breakfast. Then, whilst my grandmother did the management of the shop, my grandfather would go out in the boat. Then they come back, and at the end of the day, it's dinner, and he go and he read his Bible. She settle down, make the bed, do whatever, sit down, listen to the news, and they did it as a couple. Right now, I don't know where we got our yardstick from of what an ideal couple looks like, or how they should be living.
Yeah.
But we are just so busy running after the mighty dollar that sometimes the only time the husband and wife spend together is when they both are asleep in bed.
Exactly. Melanie. And even in that time, one on one end of the bed and the next end. The only time they come in the middle is when they want to have a little sex. And then they go back one.
And that is why relationships are dying too. Because remember the love walking?
Yeah.
We're too busy.
They don't.
Life has made us too busy to
That's
think.
it, Melanie. You hit the button on the head. That's why some of these women can't be treasures. You hit the button on the head.
Too busy.
The Bahamian woman become all over the place. They want to go this way and they want to do. They now want to do what the man do. They want to drink head up with the man.
Really?
What do you mean? Hennessy and whatever. You Facebook can tell they all about partying.
Shortening.
Yeah. They want have girls' night out. Then they will have girls and boys' night out the next night. And then they will have Sunday, their mother and daddy come house. So they will be occupied 3 nights.
Party around the
Party
clock.
right. So they don't have no time for their husband and See, when I say time, no peaceful time.
Time alone. Time
Time
to
alone.
connect.
You're right. You got so much things going on. You don't have time enough to sit down here. You at, let's say, me and you were 30 or 35, 35. But we had a child. Why are we still at 35 dropping our child to our mother while we partying?
What should we do instead?
Build your family. Take your child and go places where your child could go. You build your family. At that age, once you make your commitment to have this child, at that age, that should be the age of settling in. At this age, you still trying to party.
Trying to keep the treasure going.
Yeah. So when you
the treasure chest polished.
so when you can become treasure, see, partying means pussy and pleasure.
Okay. And that's during your
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
days prior.
Treasure means now I marry you.
Mm-hmm.
You are my treasure. Me and you gonna make this work. We're gonna
And we can
this-
take it to the next level.
We are treasure each other.
And
we
continue
can
to
treasure each
improve
other.
it.
So, yeah. So what happens is that we got some of our parents, me and you, old people like us, supporting the foolishness, the bull. It's us. Because we let the children drop the children off and we take care of the children, and we still believe that we control the children. Where you can, and we still believe we still mother and daddy. Let these children get on with their life. Go find somebody to live. See, let me tell you, at 30 and 35, you should not be, this is the word, you should not be, or you shouldn't be, you should now be building and living your own home. You shouldn't be paying rent and still trying to party. And one time it was to be Bahamian boys. Now the girls trying to party. They looking for the pleasure.
It's all about fun.
Yeah, they're looking for the pleasure because they want a treasure to pay for their pleasure. They look for a fella like me who's a treasure to somebody else to pay for their fun. And they want to put their pussy on me because I is a treasure, and they believe I can take the pussy and make it treasure. No, a pussy can't be a treasure. Only treasure be treasure. You gotta elevate yourself from treasure to pleasure.
And then from pussy to pleasure,
and then treasure.
Then to treasure.
Yeah. So you want to still party, but you want a treasure. You want to be called a treasure, and you want to be a treasure. You can't wake that little cling thing between your legs, that licking all over the place. Nobody else say, listen, that's like them transmission, them gearbox. When you shift it, go and gear click, and then next gear click. Hey, that's all it is.
You write KB song for me, bush mechanic.
Yeah, but I won't be the pleasure guy with the bus. No, but seriously, that's all the bus is gas, and you click it. Cause what you do, you go from voice, then you go back to your voice. Cause you go and clean it, come back,
Click,
click, click. Oh, you click it. You come back now. You go in second because you go. There's a second guy in it. You know, all the fella going to all the gas. These fellas going to all the gas. Click, 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 click. Or use a transmission.
Whoa.
A speed gear going,
Wow.
using you to drive fast, and when you stop, you got to put in another gear, another fella, click, click, go on again. The revolving door.
Wow.
Bahamian woman has to understand today that your little piece of thing should be a treasure. When and I going, oh, you start me now going. So your little thing, I use the word pussy, your little pussy, that is being beaten all about. Then you want me, a good man or good son, or my good son, come, and every time he go into your transmission, you know, gas, nothing to click. And then you become treasure. In click, 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 ain't nothing there. It go myself.
So what if now you raise your son to be a Christian gentleman, and he was always in the church all the days of his life, but this girl now been out there and party, and now she come to the church, and you know the church say you have to stay virtuous until you get married, but your son don't know that the transmission ain't working there because he don't know her history, he don't know where she comes
Well,
from.
he probably young, he know no better.
Right.
He probably think that's gospel.
But then the young people don't pay attention to nothing
No,
all the people have to say. So what do you end up with? What they call like cat in the bag?
He got a transmission that doesn't work.
Buy a new vehicle
And
with
now
transmission problem.
for him, he got to rebuild that. That's too much work. But you got good men who will do that. They will take their time and rebuild it, and they rebuild it and put new gears there. They know, good fellas know how to rebuild it.
You know, you said something that the only thing I could see happening in terms of rebuilding is the focus is more on character than on the ability
But he can't
to
do
perform
nothing.
in bed.
He can't. Listen, he can't.
So she gotta now pull out all of her other gold chips.
She got to be the person that God sent. Because some of them you can't rebuild.
Okay.
You can't rebuild their character, their mindset, the individual thinking is, they don't have enough common sense. Because they had common sense, they wouldn't be in that situation they was in. See, common sense is a serious thing,
But then too, boy, it comes now, it brings home the importance of parents being present and actively engaged in raising their children.
That's why I touched the church earlier. Remember I go as a church? Because the church, most time parents in the homes and the ones that go to church, they're too busy in the church to build their children. The pastor is their God, not the church. So they're running after the pastor, who I told you about, who's the bishop, who controlling.
Right.
You better come to choir practice. You better be here, and you better beat me there. So they so full that they over there trying to please the bishop and the people in the church.
And
the image,
neglecting their primary responsibility.
And that's why the girls today only got beauty. Majority of them, they could dress, they could wear, they only got beauty, but ain't nothing inside. Talking about treasure, hidden treasure, you can't find a piece of paper.
Wow.
Because, first of all, They grow up themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So
communication between
right.
parents and children is
It's
like
so bad.
non-existent.
And the girls, the woman, we talk about the woman, who there, she don't listen to nobody anyhow. So it depends, because she said, "But you all about there to the church every night, and I gotta be here by myself, and you think I know you sleeping with the bishop or you sleeping?" That's, so the children ain't, they ain't checking for you. You can't tell
So
them.
the respect is not there, the authority is not there,
So now,
and the modeling definitely.
but when there's nothing past and the children grow up themselves, the only thing when she start feeling her body, she got to offer. It's a pussy. And
And then there is exploitation
right,
resulting from that.
So she used that for her pleasure to feel good, get this feeling off her feel good, her money, her this, to get her clothes and this. She using that.
And she's not presenting and preserving herself to become someone's treasure.
So halfway of the pleasure now, the guy is saying, hold on. This ain't making no sense. I done beat this up now. Somebody else time. I'm looking for another thing to beat up. See, because guys will tell you, if you listen to most guys who drink the Hennessy, the ones who drink the Hennessy, they say, boy, I'm looking for a young thing. They ain't looking for that, no, they're looking for a young thing. And when they say young thing, they mean 16 and 7. They're looking for young thing. They want break in your good child.
Wow.
So if you there to the church, you'd be surprised to know what's going on when you go to the church.
Yeah, that's true.
And so once these guys do this, they don't have no good means because they realize in their head, let me tell you a man thing. This real talk. No, these fellas, they criticize me, but they know I tell the truth. This is how they think. Boy, I could play with that. But that ain't experience enough. I find out I can get little problems with that. So what I do, that's only my toy. Hit.
Yep.
Because I'm...
There goes the pussy.
Yeah. I want to get to... Because that's plenty pressure.
But that's a lot of selfishness though.
No, but that's what they do because when they drink, they smoke, they have little joint. And drink their little Hennessy, shoot their shot.
Exploit.
They're looking for the youngest thing because their mind ain't functioning properly. So they look for the youngest thing to exploit. Even the older men is trying it now because they believe that the older men think like this.
Back to the fountain of
youth. Yeah, but the older men have a different. They treating them different. The older men say, "Boy, listen, if I accomplish that, I can hold that for life." See, they're different.
True.
You trying to say really got something special for treasure?
Until she now.
So the true ghetto.
Either that or he can't function.
He can't function.
She needs something.
And she didn't. So she's dipping on the side because he ain't able to keep with that. But that's his treasure.
True.
So we got the treasure. Who's the treasure? Man. We got the pussy who's the fella in 25 and he trying to now the pleasure, the fella for pleasure. The fella who really looking for pleasure most times is the fella in the coat suit. What I talk about? They have their wife home.
Yeah.
They have to watch now. They have to catch their pleasure
before
in the middle of the day. Then they going home. But they never do nothing wrong because they go home every day 6 o'clock. They always leave the bike 6 o'clock. They always on time. Because the daytime they have a wild thing. So that's the pleasure.
Wow.
And most women today is being used for pleasure.
Yeah.
And so what we have in this country, the Bahamas is a wicked place. Listen, you know the tourists say it's better in the Bahamas? And when you come to the Bahamas, they don't know that the old saying say, come live with me if you want to know me. Come here. This is like Sodom and Gomorrah. On the Family Islands, it's like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is where all the kinky men stay, foreign men, and I didn't know. They go buy them big homes and they exploiting. That's all they do. You know, but the one life, my man life, that's the type of thing they do. But it's so, see, money will keep your mouth on and your mother mouth shut. You know, mothers is trouble, you know.
And you know, that's the thing about praise. Preys. They look for deficits. And where there is deficit, they now are able to punks and get all that their money and more.
They can't be broke.
Yeah.
So their pleasure is their treasure. They're looking, see, that's their pleasure. So they'll find treasures, but they find
they offer you treasure.
Yeah, but what they call treasure
is not
treasure. Yeah, that's a total different ball game. And this country, we are in trouble. We are in trouble if we don't want, because we are letting all the little weird, funny little fellas come in the Bahamas. Boy, this show is
their young daughters.
for the young. Married. Save it. Or say, if you can't save until you marry, save it till you find the guy that you know is the guy who's the right guy for you, who means you well, who cares about you, who asks you these questions: how you doing, how your day. There's a type of form you can follow, and
someone who has a genuine interest in your well-being,
not somebody who come and who concerned about you. His first priority is you, not what happened to him today. Is you. When he come to you, he tell you, "Oh, what is that? No, honey, how you doing? How your day? What you did? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing tomorrow? Where we going? What we plan? What's our future? Where going?"
That's sure somebody working cares towards making you their treasure.
And parents, oh Lord, help me, Jesus. Parents, be the parent. Stop around here trying to be the child or the daughter, and stop trying to look like the daughter.
And be the friend.
And be the friend. You ain't no friend.
Yes, be a friend, but be but you have to be the responsible friend.
I believe that's where we screw up.
No.
I can be your parent. I can be your guardian. I can guide you.
So you be a loving parent,
and
a guide, and a mentor, and a role model.
Right. No friend. Friend is our friend around the corner. Because if she start thinking you're a friend, she thinks you're your friend around the corner too. Everybody.
That's interesting. That's
no.
True.
Guide them. Protect them. And that's, boy, time must fly. That is the man. We didn't go to
and you know, Tony, I think we're independent. So next week we're gonna focus on independent Bahamas.
I don't know nothing about this Bahamas. Independent, born in like a baby. I want to hear Majiba. I heard that too much. The Bahamas. I don't want to talk about that. Let me tell you why. You know, people government. All of our government is having nothing for behaving to celebrate. So I don't hear nothing. Today I know behaving. I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm independent by myself. Independent Tony, that's me. I'm going to talk about behavior.
Next week.
Behavior.
Behaving bad or
behaving good, behaving bad. Y'all behaving gotta stop. I can be the I can be the man who can tell y'all next week, get y'all act together. I got a story for them.
Behavior.
Behavior.
Behaving good.
Behavior. All kind of behavior.
Okay.
Behavior on your job.
How Bahamians
How to
behave.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talking, like I say, you're telling these tourists, come here. Come to the Bahamas. But you don't know how to treat them. So next week, behavior. And let me give you another story about behavior. Like I say, you all know you all stinking dirty behaving. Come, these people come live with you all. You all don't like yourself. Next week we can leave it out. On independence.
Behavior.
Behavior.
Okay, behavior of Bahamians. Okay, folks, thank you so much. We didn't have any interaction today. Surprisingly, nobody hit us up.
I don't think so.
You think so? It's saying live and the clock is running. It showed us that we've come to our hour. So I am sure that they are all watching and
Hey!
right?
Wash,
But it was a
wash.
very interesting topic, you know, and of course, most of our followers who do interact with us are females, so they've been listening intently to see what men think about them. So thank you again,
Backside, that's what we mean.
and I will be sure that Tony sticks to behavior next week, okay? So that as we celebrate our independence, we will know exactly how well we're doing in the area of our behavior.
Some of y'all, I can tell you all, you're supposed to behave with your husband and your wife. Behavior, we talking about behavior. Bahamians now need to learn behavior. This is a serious problem. Yeah, everybody under control. Fix that next week.
Okay, so take care. Thank you for joining us, as always.
Wash your hands. Keep your distance. We got a little more time. The COVID soon gone. Soon gone. It going. Soon gone. Or we can stop worrying about it because we got to live with it. Wash your hands.
COVID
Keep
will
your
be
distance.
part of our new normal.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask.
Still be happy and
Or
do the
get
COVID
your job.
booby.
Get your job. Get your job. Get your job.
So if you get your job, you don't have to wear a mask?
No, I think you get a job and still wear a mask.
Oh, okay.
And man make woman. Man make woman to make a movie. Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Next week.